When we don't have weather or stormy weather like we have out there tonight, of course, around here we are no strangers to triple-digit temperatures and the dangers they can bring. Last summer set multiple new all-time heat records. If you're around here, we don't have to tell you that. With the hottest day on record blowing way past the all-time 117-degree record to reach 120 degrees, and that happened more than once. Last week brought the hottest day of this summer so far at just 112 degrees. We like this better. Clark County reported 526 heat-related deaths last year. This year, they've already confirmed 29 deaths due to the heat. And while intense heat can be challenging for anyone, it's even more dangerous for people with cognitive issues.
The hot weather is hard enough on all of us. But when you have someone who is suffering from mid to late stage dementia, they're confused and they may be out on the street wandering, it becomes an emergency real quickly.
There are almost 55,000 people in Nevada in this category we're focused on now who are 65 and older and suffer from Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia.
Yeah, this does not include the many who are not diagnosed, by the way. News 3's Tiffany Lane has more now. She's joining us to tell us more about what you need to know to help and keep your loved ones safe.
LaToya and Jim, we know anyone who experiences Alzheimer's, any other form of dementia, it's already challenging as it is. Now you add the heat in there and it becomes 10 times, 100 times worse. Now, why am I in the station doing this live shot right now? Well, the important part about this is when it's this hot, you need to be inside places like our studios right now that are cooler. That's something that people need to keep in mind, not only for all of us, but really those with Alzheimer's or dementia. It is very dangerous for them to be outside in this heat. So if they don't have to, they are encouraged to stay indoors. Now, there's where our caregivers come in play. Today, I spoke with a local caregiver as well as the experts to talk about what you can do to keep your loved ones safe.
Triple-digit temperatures can lead to heat exhaustion or even heat stroke in the Vegas Valley. Now add Alzheimer's disease or other forms of dementia, and things become even worse.
People with dementia have other physiological changes that make them vulnerable too. Their thirst mechanism isn't as good, so they don't drink as much.
Dr. Charles Burnick from the Cleveland Clinic Lurovo Center for Brain Health says people with Alzheimer's and dementia don't realize when they're dehydrated. Kat Hartley, who has lost 7 loved ones to forms of dementia, says she has to get creative as a caregiver during Las Vegas summers.
Their favorite type of cup, something specific to that person. Is it a Golden Knights cup? Is it a Starbucks cup? Is it a wine glass? Is it a fake beer glass?
Heat exposure can lead to injuries.
They get dizzy and lightheaded, so they may be more vulnerable to other things as a consequence of that, not just the heat stroke, but falls as well.
Kat, who is an Alzheimer's advocate and also currently a caregiver to her brother and mother, says wandering is also something that in some cases is unavoidable. She's witnessed it several times, including with her own father.
He did wander for a while, of course. No, I think he was in pajamas, kind of half dressed. There was that sensation, and I didn't know as much then as I know now, but there's that incredible panic and scared.
Thankfully, a neighbor was able to spot him and bring him home. Phil Kalsman with the Alzheimer's Association of Southern Nevada says that type of community support is key because in the valley, some heat situations have led to the worst of outcomes.
We've worked with Red Rock Search and Rescue, for example, who's been out on urban searches for people with dementia, and it does not always end well. So sadly, it has happened.
He says while wandering isn't 100% preventable, there are some steps you can take, like using tracking devices or...
The doorknob covers are a good idea, but even the simple things like putting a bell on the door so that if a door opens, you hear it.
And while encouraging being prepared, Kat reminds caregivers to also take care of themselves.
What haven't I thought of? Right? Because the caregivers get so overwhelmed because suddenly you're having to care for physical needs and their nutritional needs and care for our house and care for yourself somewhere in there.
And a thank you to all the caregivers. We do have 87,000 in the state of Nevada and growing. But I want to share one more thing before we wrap this up. Another thing to keep in mind is a lot of people with forms of dementia, they actually play with the temperature sometimes and they don't even realize it. So there are some steps you can take. So there are things like what we have here where there's a lock actually around it. And so there are other ways that you can monitor and change the temperature because you want to make sure they are always at a safe temperature. You also have apps on your phone where you can go in whether you're at the home or not and change the temperature there. So it's something you just want to monitor to make sure they're always in a safe environment. A lot of notes here. We have more details on our website, news3lv.com. LaToya, Jim.